reaction. All right, here we go. So this video is to let's see, I want to get his name right. The Mr. Headache will subscribe, even if it's I don't think it's a bad video by the sounds of it, but I was told by my chat that this guy did a review, he's reviewing my video, Dead by Daylight's Worst Problem. I kind of forget the context of this video. Oh, no, I don't. It was like my essay type video, so we're gonna do a reaction of his reaction to my video. So thank you so much, Dan, for making me aware of this, and let's do it. Hopefully he likes it. I spent a lot of time on this video.
First problem, which is the fact that a lot of people don't know how to have fun in this game without winning, and so they just kind of like argue that everything I have must be OP and everything you have must be weak, so I can have my win as much as possible.
Right.
And if I lose,
the video's
something's
quiet.
wrong with
I turned it up. I know the stream lag. Let me turn it up all the way.
the game.
Here
We'll see what their take is. Oh, that was loud.
Look at that intro.
Next time, maybe. Sounds good.
Hello, everybody. It is Reaper Games, and in today's video, I wanted to rant about this mentality in Dead by Daylight.
I gotta say, I'm gonna pause it probably a lot, but I cringe every time I see myself on like other people's videos. This has happened twice, but both times I'm just like, oh, I don't know why. It's a weird feeling.
Not only ruins the enjoyment of this game, but also dissuades new players from being long-term fans. What I'm specifically talking about is the Survivor rulebook mentality. For years, the community has made jokes about the fabled Survivor rulebook.
I mean, it's
For those
of you
who
but
don't know what that is,
yes,
it's the idea of the killer doing anything in DBD and getting flack because a survivor thinks there's a certain way of doing said thing. This ongoing joke, in my experience, has turned into more of a mainstay mentality, more than a lighthearted jab. Now, don't get me wrong, both sides have the ability to be super entitled. It's in our human nature. However, not only have I seen it myself more, but I get a ton of different
thank you, bro. Never say die.
Of bad entitlement experiences from survivors more than killers. It would seem to me that there's this weird standard for killers that doesn't apply for survivors. I will say this again, I don't think it's all survivors. I see more of this weird standard.
I feel like a lot of this just kind of boils down to the fact that DBD is a 4v1 game, so there quite literally needs to be more survivors than there are killers.
Of course.
The reason it feels like there's more survivors saying this is because, well, there literally are. There are quite literally more of them because it's 4-1. It is quite literally 4-1. By the nature of the game, it is 4-1.
No, I agree 100% with that, but just the entitlement, like personally, and maybe because I'm a killer main, I haven't seen as much. Like when I was playing Survivor, I mentioned this in the video later on, but I used to be a piece of shit, and I used to be on the opposing end of me being entitled. And I don't know what it is about Survivor, but it seems like survivors are always the ones throwing the shit. You know what I mean? It always seems like survivors are throwing the shit instead of killers. Now, obviously, like I said, it goes both ways, and I understand it's going to happen more because, you know, you have more survivors. However, when it comes to entitlement, I don't think I've ever really seen killers saying like, hey, give me a break. Like that's one of the main points of this video. I've never experienced, because I used to be a survivor main back when I was playing in 2018, 2017, all the way up until 2020, 2021, when I really started playing killer more. I haven't experienced ever playing survivor like, oh, you guys didn't give me a chance. Now I've gotten the like, haha, you suck, you're bad. But that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the entitlement aspect of it.
So that's why it feels like there's more talk about the survivor rulebook than
the killer,
agree. Entitlement or killer rulebook, because there's quite literally more of them.
I agree with that.
Because I upload videos on YouTube, so maybe it's worse for me. In the last video I uploaded, I got this comment.
To be completely honest, this did not seem like a very fair or fun match for survivors, or even yourself. I get your point. Really I do. But they were at 4 gens and you camped. Even though it wasn't really camping, other survivors just happened to be
This is going to be a complete aside that has nothing to do with like with like the top of the video. Dude, fucking YouTube comments be like this, dude.
Yeah, that is true.
Hi guys. There's so many of you that lurk and you watch, you just vibe while you're at lunch, or you use this to go to sleep. I love you. Thank you. You're lovely. You're amazing. I know all you do is you hit that little like button. You go on about your merry day. You don't leave comments. You're the true stars. I appreciate the hell out of you.
That's actual facts.
Hope you're having a good day. But this is the wasteland out here.
No, he's 100% right. When I started YouTube, like when I was getting like no viewers, like it was nothing like this. But like, he's like, once you're in that, like you kind of get it. Like you get these comments that like irk you. You kind of like are like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? They're not the worst comments, but it's just like, you know, like some of them are condescending, or some of them are just like outright like what the fuck did I just read? Like I was telling you guys earlier about my newest video where someone said tunneling is cheating, and then another person said tunneling is abusing survivors. Like someone said that, and I was like, he's not wrong.
YouTube comments be like this, man, in the DVD community. It's always something like this, like 4-page essays about how you just broke the social contract and you're the worst person ever because you didn't play a specific way.
Yes.
And
this is what I'm talking about. He's explaining exactly what I'm talking about. So, like, yeah, I tried to get that across. Like this comment is the sole reason for this video. I didn't make that clear in the video because, you know, I guess I would sound like a loser, but like this comment just irked me so much that I made a whole video about it.
Like, it's gotten to the point where like if you put something down and I click read more and it goes across my entire page, I don't read that shit anymore. I literally don't read that anymore. I can guarantee whatever you're saying that's can be condensed into not a 4-page essay, and if you are giving the game a 4-page essay's worth of content because you're mad at something I said, that is a lot of energy. There's a homie, you know who you are. There's a homie that's going through my videos right now, binge watching every single one of my videos and leaving a nasty comment every single day.
You know what's funny is I can relate to this. If I didn't ban, like I don't like banning people, but if I didn't I banned like 2 or 3 people, but like I can relate to this. This happens to me. Like there's this racing guy too. He kind of stopped doing this, but you will get like a week's worth of just someone just going onto your content, even your community posts, to be like, you tunneled and that's why you suck. It's wild. Like, I swear, this is not even a joke.
There is a person that is going through my videos, all of them, literally all of them, and leaving a nasty comment on every single one of them.
Yep.
I'm talking videos from like years ago, like thoughts and feelings about the game I don't even have anymore.
Yes.
Leaving nasty comments and rude comments about it.
Yep.
Like, people are so pressed in the DVD community about their opinions about the game. Like,
even when you have an opinion, like even like when I try to like make and form like my opinion in the most good faith and like concise way possible, those same people he's talking about will be like, no, you're wrong because you tunneled and you're a piece of shit. Like negating everything, all the work you put in. Like,
yeah, I started the YouTube like fairly soon after I started streaming. So I have videos that are years and years and years old, and they're going that far back.
But I only want to say I think you could have given them a break to have more fun / practice, make it more of a challenge for you since you do not seem to be very experienced in this game, or at least with Billy. You would have certainly won. Without slugging, wasn't necessary. That was what disappointed me. Eventually you will realize.
This shit's annoying too. Fucking people do this. You ever heard of fucking unsolicited advice, dude?
Yes.
Unsolicited advice?
Yes, the fucking backseat gaming kills me, dude. The backseat gaming in this fucking game kills me. Oh my god, dude. That's the worst. And I think I made a video about that, but and I might make a more like informed video about backseat gaming like this, but oh my god, this shit gets to me more than like people saying you suck. Like, honestly.
The thing. Some people don't want to be told how to do things. And honestly, in a lot of ways in life, it's better to find out on your own instead of having it shoved down your throat. And honestly, a lot of times.
And again, I mentioned this in the video, but I just want to play how I want to play. Like, again, this goes with the rule book. It's like, oh, you need to do this to be a good killer. I won at the end of the day. I had fun. I mentioned this in the video, but like, I had fun. Like, who cares if they're crying at the end of the game? It's just a fucking game. That's the point I try to get across every single video, that we need to get rid of these standards and of people trying to play fair, because I guarantee you they're not thinking of my fun, and they shouldn't.
Because we shoved it down people's throat, they don't learn. Because they didn't learn it themselves.
Right.
They didn't make the actions to learn it the way that makes sense to them, in a way that was, you know, had the grit and effort that made it meaningful. So just by leaving just a paragraph going like, you did A, B, C, D, E, F, G wrong, like, that's unsolicited advice.
Right.
I'm sure if that's actually true, which it's probably not. Just make that clear. It's probably not. I'm even sure if that's true, this person will learn, right? This person will get that they could have played better. Well, it's DB3, so they'll probably just blame RNG or the maps and just like continue to cry forever. But in a realistic sense, if this was a wise and level-headed person, they go, okay, well, I'll eventually realize that I could have hit that curve, or I could have taken pilot control there. There's things I could have done better. That's why we do the match reviews. People that are level-headed and willing to accept that advice can just go seek it. But I'm not going to be match reviewing people without their permission, because that makes people feel like shit. It makes people feel like they've been condescended to. But people just invite themselves to give advice to people, and it's like, dude, nobody asked you. Who asked? Literally, who asked?
Thank you.
I don't know where people like this get off just being like, okay, time for your impromptu match review. I'm like, they didn't ask for it, so why are you gonna?
That's the worst. That's the worst. It's a video called like, this is like what gets me salty or something like that, where they like had the, like, I got a 2K or a 3K. It was a 2K, and they said you let the wind slip, and that kind of set me off, because they were like lecturing me on what I could have done better to win. Like, the game was over and done with, and this person was just being a dickhead because I guess I tunneled or something.
Yeah, exactly. Skills are more important than just taking opportunities mindlessly to stay stuck at rank 3 or something like that. Just stating my opinion. No hate. Good luck with your channel.
Bias is bad or even true. Yeah, because it's only from your perspective. It may not be objectively good advice.
Criticism, but to me, it's just wrong.
Oh, he's gonna watch the skit with Dylan.
Absolutely no hate to the commenter, but let me ask why. Before I deconstruct this comment,
no,
context.
You're nicer than me. I would be like, hey, if you're going to sit in my comment section, give me unsolicited advice and like, essentially like condescend to me, like, yeah, I would be like, yeah, heck you.
Yeah, the thing is though, I feel like when it comes to YouTube, you're unfortunately, not by your own fan base, but other people, like I was talking about earlier, you're set to a higher standard. So if you were to comment like, go fuck yourself or something, whether you think that's appropriate or not, you will get comments back like, wow, I thought you were a better guy. Like I was saying earlier, I will respond to these people and be like, oh, like the worst I've said is like, oh, you're crazy. Then I'll get other people who I've never seen in my comments before saying like, wow, you're an actual dickhead. You know what I mean? Like the bar is set super high for me. They can say whatever the fuck they want in backseat all day, but when it comes to me, the reason why I'm so careful is it's unfortunate, and it's probably because I care too much, but the bar is set so high, and I think he knows this, but in my personal experience, that's what's been happening. If I respond, even if it's slightly negative, people lose their fucking minds, and it's even more annoying for me. It's not like, oh my god, people are saying even more mean things. It's like, god, this shit is so fucking annoying. Like, I can't say my piece, but they can spout nasty shit in backseat game and give me unsolicited advice that I didn't fucking ask for. That's why I'm so cordial. But also, I want to be cordial and objective because, you know, I want to see both sides. But if you're flat out wrong, I'm not going to say go screw yourself. I'm going to try to, one, find their logic, but also two, be like, look, you're dumb, but I won't say you're dumb. You know what I mean?
What the heck, dude? That's, if I did that
and again, like, yeah, Draco, I don't feel like I'm toxic, and my community knows that I'm not, or thinks that I'm not. And, like, that's what I care about the most. But, like, again, I don't want to have to go through those people that don't even know my content, and then they see me respond and, like, either defending myself or my points, and they'll be like, wow, you're a jerk. And it's, like, more like I just eye roll where it's like, it's exhausting.
It would not be polite. It would not be nice. I don't have to sit there and take that just because I'm a content creator. I know that's probably going to get me in trouble at some point. But I'm a real person. I got real life worries, real life stuff I got to worry about every day.
I agree.
I'm it's just more that annoying. Shit from you on the other side of the screen.
Going through it.
Act like a normal fucking human being. Yeah. And treat me with some dignity and respect, just like I would treat you with dignity and respect. If you don't give me that, I'm not going to give you that.
Right.
You reap what you sow.
I
you
agree,
make your bed.
But it's exhausting.
I hate this expectation, not even just with Dead by Daylight content creators, but content creation in general. That you have to baby people and be nice because you have a brand to protect. Oh,
exactly. Well, yeah, but it's not really my brand. It's just like I said, it's exhausting. It's exhausting going over the same shit over and over and over and over again, and I still end up doing that. Even the comments I replied to on my newest video, I literally took all the bullet points from this video and commented them until they're like, oh yeah, you know what, that was a good response. If you would have started with this, like, dude, it's exhausting. That's why I'm so nice, because if you're like straight up fuck you, it doesn't really go anywhere. It goes in even more circles. Either way, it's just exhausting. That's why I'm nice.
Dick, you're a dick. Get the fuck out of my community.
But
like I said, world sucks enough. It doesn't need any extra help. I'm not going to foster a community that's hostile and mean just for the sake of success. Respectfully, no. I'll say disrespectfully, no. Get out of here.
I want to ask why I should give them a break. In an asymmetrical horror game, it's still wild to me that people expect the killer to give survivors a break. To me, this is like if I were to complain in Warzone about how the guy who killed me was in the wrong for not making sure I had gear before he killed me. Listen, motherfucker. Get gear, and then you can kill me if you want. If you actually can, because you're actually ass.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the game, bro. It's part of the game. Like,
subscribe to SPRG.
You're just complaining because
snap me back to reality. There you go.
Give me a chance, and I don't know why.
Like, I got the Nikes on, and you got the Tims, and you're mad because I'm faster than you are. I beat you to the punch. It's part of the game, bro.
The rules of Warzone are you let me parachute down, and you let me.
You're a fucking bozo. You're a fucking clown. Like, I got the Nikes. You got the Tims.
I'm here. Yes, we should.
Can't be mad at that.
I was talking about
I've
how
said this many times, but I can definitely understand how killers can play like jerks.
Damn, he didn't even acknowledge the skit. I'm a little salty about that. God damn it! I can't hit the desk. It's too late for that.
It's very frustrating to me, the people that watch the intro I make and make a judgment going to the absolute extreme case. To truly understand where I'm coming from with this video,
I've heard some people say they hit it. Sometimes it's good.
Mentality I'm talking about. I wanted to do a rundown of the game where I got that first comment saying that I should ease up on survivors, and also saying slugging was not necessary. So yeah.
Also, by the way, I've been wearing hats more because I've been recording earlier, and I'm just too lazy to fucking do my hair, so I've been wearing like hats.
I feel like a lot of commenters think I should just M2 and that's all I should do because I'm practicing. Part of my
I noticed this video has some old footage. When did this come out? 10 days ago? Yeah, new Billy. Yeah, like with old Billy that you're showing in this footage, you definitely need to have one way more. M2ing more often.
Right, and that's kind of why I did. This was like a couple days before the update. So yeah, it is older.
A bit more of a realistic expectation with new Billy, but old Billy definitely you had to have won a lot of situations.
Thank you. This guy's got my back.
They make stupid mistakes, and then I'm gonna capitalize on it. Just like that, Leon dropped that pallet over there. I knew I was gonna hit him with my M2 because it takes time to rev up my chainsaw, so I hit him with the N1. And I feel like every time I bring up, oh, I'm just practicing, they think like, oh, well, just because you capitalize on their mistakes and you slug, you're trying hard, but you're actually not practicing, and you're gonna be stuck in rank 3.
Also, who cares if you try hard?
Exactly. I bring this up later before he paused it, but yeah, like that. My whole point is like, I have fun by winning. I mentioned that literally after he unpauses it, but yeah, I agree.
Who cares?
Yeah, I like the sped up version of that music.
When I queue up, I could be getting a cozy match, or I could be getting a sweat match.
Yeah,
it could be any kind of match that I walk in and I get. I gotta be prepared for both. Who cares if you sweat? It's not their business how you play. Just
exactly.
The other business.
And like, I agree. People said like, why justify it? You're giving them power. But like, first of all, I'm trying. The whole video is about survivor entitlement and to dissuade people from thinking this, because if I just ignore it, I feel like more and more people come out from the woodwork and then think these things. Because if the people who are getting accused of all this bullshit aren't speaking up about it, you're going to get just as more people. Is that a right sense? You're going to get more people thinking that this is okay because, the people who are being accused of bullshit like this, not easing up on survivors and sweating, yada, yada, yada. They're going to think it's okay to call them out for that when it's not. It's just a fucking game.
Good way. There's no such thing as a social contract in DBD, no matter how many times people bring it up. It's not your responsibility.
Yep.
Just play whatever you want. You paid your $20. Whatever.
I don't care about rank at all. I just care about winning and having fun, and this is how I have fun. If they make mistakes, I'm going to capitalize. So, yep, that was a pretty quick chase in my opinion, but as you will see right about now, the gen pops, and in my experience...
Was it a quick chase?
I mean, I'd say so, like decently.
When do you start chasing this guy? He throws the pallet.
Oh shit, he's gonna call me
so
out.
5:54, guys. Match review time. 5:54.
Doesn't mean I'm just gonna throw a game just trying.
Okay, hold on. 5:54, right?
It was like a minute?
Or because I made stupid mistakes. But I'd like to bring up.
Okay, you start chasing with Leon right about here. You chase him for almost a full minute. Yeah, about a full minute. It's only 4 seconds off. So you chase him a full minute before you down him. Chat, who's here for the match reviews? How long should Chasing Dead by Daylight be? Before you start needing to think about leaving them. How long should Chasing Dead by Daylight be? I'm quizzing you. It's teacher time. Teacher brand's coming out. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. I like how you both synchronized with the troll answers. Yeah, 30 to 40 seconds. If you start hitting 50, you got to be like, I should probably...
Yeah, but the thing is, like, my main point with this, because he's not necessarily wrong, but, like, the reason, like, he just, like, when you watch the clip, he doesn't even loot me or anything. You know what I mean? So it's not, like, maybe it wasn't the fastest chase, but the whole point of this is, you know, survivors can just hold down that W key without you even really, you know, trying, and then, you know, you could... Like, it takes a while, even if they're not even trying to loop you, and then a gen pops, you know what I mean? Like, that's basically what I meant by this part, where it's like, okay, a gen already goes off like that, even when they're not even looping you. Like, the Leon in that clip he just showed, that I showed, he was just running straight, you know? So, like, like, that's the whole point of this, is I still, like, thought that was a pretty good chase, because all he did was run straight. So it wasn't super hard. Maybe I should have said that, but like...
Gen,
yeah.
or take a pallet.
Because, like, why would I leave him if all he's doing is running straight?
An injury, call it a day. Go chase somebody else. It's probably an easier down. You chase somebody for a minute there. See, that's where, like... That's where this comes in. Like, if you're like, wow, the survivors are gen rushing me. Now I can be like, actually, that chase was fairly long.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't mention gen rushing. I could see where you're coming from with this, but I didn't say gen rush. I didn't really mention gen rushing. I mean, I said, like, it does seem like a lot of games, and people have held the same sentiment that, you know, if you're in a minute chase, because, like, again, like he talked about this not really what's the word he used, but not really a rule book, but it's like, okay, you got to drop chase after this amount of time. Again, why would I drop chase with this Leon who's just running straight? And this is not maybe the best game to showcase what I'm talking about, but, like, I mention it later, like, it seems like games like this where they don't even try to loot me, gens go flying when someone can just M1 straight. But I'm not in, like, at the end of the day, I'm not in the end game chat like, oh, the gens were so fast and you didn't give me a chance. It's just, like, I complain within my chat, but my stream, but, you know.
That's where I can say that. We were talking about, like, not giving unsolicited advice.
Hey, what's up, Kate? Then there's maps like the game, just pre-drop and run, also bad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not gonna give unsolicited advice. Not gonna tell you how to run that chase better. Not gonna tell you how to save time in a chase. But if you're like, bro, dude, look, they gen rushed me, I'm gonna be like,
I didn't say that though.
No, oh, they didn't. Or that's still a 60-second gen. I mean, not from the beginning of the match. Yeah, it's not a 60-second gen because if they spawned on top of gens.
When this usually happens, I'm like, oh crap, I gotta.
Is it efficient? Yes. But gen rushing? No.
You know,
I didn't say gen rushing though.
Patrolling
it was a long chase.
You know, trying to kill them faster.
It wasn't that long. Come on, it wasn't that long. Like 60 seconds isn't super long, and literally all he did was run forward. Like that's the whole point. Like he didn't even try to loot me, and I still.
You gotta.
I still. There was still a gen done.
Realize that there's 12 hooks, and it's insane that people expect you to hook all 12 of those hook states.
Yeah.
So this is where
it's not as realistic anymore.
Apart. So
exactly. Yeah. That's all I did. Like that's all I wanted to say. Pretty much, is like when it comes to like a 60-second chase and a gen already being done, and there's 5 gens. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the whole point I'm trying to get across.
Definitely not as realistic as the game goes on.
And it just seems to just fall apart. So I know they're over there.
Well, my nurse is that average? Yeah, let's go to your nurse.
Over there not too long ago, and she got healed.
That do me nurse things.
So they're both running. I could have got a hit, but you know, so I end up missing the chainsaw. They split up, which I think is a pretty good idea. I'm assuming Leon's gonna get the save. He does a slow vault, so I end up hitting him, which is very good for me. But I was assuming he was just gonna farm and get the hook.
Yeah, it's still efficient.
That's what usually happens.
It's still efficient.
But he didn't, so I'm like, okay. I hear voices. Well, yeah, before
I hear voices. Me too, man.
Kate, she runs right into me. I
all the fucking time.
that she's gonna leave at this point because she knows that I'm here and I'm not really camping because she's around the area. So I'm not really proxy camping or camping because she's in the area. So I'm like, okay, and I still hear her breathing, and as you can see some scratch marks. So
yeah, she's hanging around the hook.
The Leon is right over here. I don't know if you saw him, but he's right over there. They're swarming.
He doesn't want us to know he hears voices.
The other thing is, it's like you don't have to justify this either. Like you could camp if you want.
Exactly. No, but that's the thing that I was mentioning earlier. I feel like if no one actually speaks up or anything, that like explains their point in a very concise way, then I feel like this just mentality is going to get worse and worse. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm one of those people to, really relate with my audience because of the frustrations of this dumb shit where there's some Survivor rulebook.
You can do whatever the heck you want. You don't have to do the mental gymnastics to be like, well, it made sense. Because I agree, it makes sense. Everybody's around the hook. Why would you go somewhere else? There's one person out there doing a gym by themselves. Good for them. But like, even then, you don't really have to justify it. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, Chaos. Usually people make me regret playing fairly.
They're swarming the area.
Someone said the voices told them to do that. They're really like digging me on that. Like I hear voices part. What I meant to say was like later on I end up hearing her breathing, which I did say, but it was early, so yeah. Someone said, but I get what he's saying. Survivors swarming the hook area before you get the chance to leave isn't camping. Yeah. And to this Leon, it pretty much was. I think, well, not only to this Leon, but it was to this commenter too that said it was. And that's all I'm explaining. I'm not like trying to do mental gymnastics. I'm just like, here's the gameplay, here's the proof. It is what it is. Because again, you get those annoying ass people to write paragraphs like, oh, where's the proof? Where's the proof of that? You mentioned this comment, but you know what I mean? It's just exhausting. I hate those comments. Everyone can have a say in my chat, but like, Jesus Christ, like some people are just like adamant about backseat gaming and like, no, you should have played this way, and I'm a killer main.
At this point, it's obvious.
Usually I play fair. I come to regret it.
Check to see if the Claudette's there, and what do you know? She gets the save, and then I get this really nice chainsaw hit, and boom, and then it's like, okay, what? This is all your guys' fault. How is this my fault? I'm slugging, yes. But all of you guys are in this area. Yeah. Why not go after the Ada? If I don't go after the Ada and I start hooking people, there's more of a chance of me losing the game and having everything reset because I let that Ada live.
It's already in the bag.
What I do is, okay, she's right here. We're going to go after her. Not very hard chase. She tries to dead hard. Boom.
See, when I swing at dead hards nowadays, like that, where I swing at the very, very end of their animation,
yeah,
like right as it concludes,
they
still have endurance these days. Like this, like if I would hit here, I hit the dead hard now. I don't know what's up, if it's like a server thing. I don't know if other people have been experiencing this. She would still have endurance for me right here.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
No.
It's been a very
Sometimes that happens.
Didn't used to do that.
I get flagged for returning the hook, but it's not my fault. People here, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they blame you, and it's like I feel like I'm the voice of the people where that happens to. You know what I mean? That's it. Like I make these videos to call this bullshit out because I'm tired of seeing it. I know it's gonna be around forever, but hopefully we can reduce it because it just seems to get worse and worse and worse.
Is placeboing really hard or what? But like, I don't know. I feel like Dead Hard has been like longer for some reason. It's really weird. I'm not a fan.
Hard, boom, and that's it.
Yeah, she was still anniversary there. I'll have to wait till she completely returned to a standing position.
It isn't very long, and most of it is the
so it's not just
at the end and the explanation in the beginning. But most of this game was over during that Ada being hooked right in the middle. And I said this even in the video, but it's not like I slugged for like 5 minutes. I went directly for all the down survivors and hooked them. And that's it. You know,
Spaghetti Code Go Burger.
I already knew they were all around, and this kind of goes into the point of the video. It feels like a lot of the time people expect me to just go in the corner of this map and just count to 50 and then let everybody reset. And it's like, why am I expected to do that? That's really silly of me to be expected to do that. It's like, again, telling survivors, you can't do gens fast or you can't bring a toolbox because
Liz introduced a fun little like life saying to me. It's rules for me and not for we.
It's rules for thee and not for me. I don't know I don't know that version, but it's the same thing.
If for thee and not for me, does that? I don't think that says
rules
the same
for
thing.
Thee, not for me.
Is that what we're trying to say?
I did a video about that.
Rules apply to you, but not to me. I'm good. I don't know if that phrasing really rules for thee and not for me. Okay, that makes more sense. Rules for thee and not for me,
and not for we.
That's just what it said.
We? I was playing the Wii theme song.
I will yell at them later. We can let them take aggro for this one. they're like, okay, well, like that Michaela was like, you're mean for tunneling, but I was allowed to bring like a meta build and
this guy gets it. This guy gets it.
One of the most meta items that you could bring into a match, but like you're not allowed to tunnel to win. I'm allowed to bring sweaty shit. You're not allowed to play sweaty. That makes you bad. I'm good.
And that's what I call out. I know I get people who's like, you don't have to justify it. It's like, again, I feel like I'm the voice for some people that, you know, don't necessarily have one. And, you know, it shows people, hey, you're not alone. I get this bullshit all the fucking time. And here's how to deal with it. Or here's how not to be that person being the bullshitter.
But you're bad. Rules for thee and not for me. There we go.
That's not fair to me. At the end of the day, play the game however you want and don't let anybody infest your mind with these ideas of being fair. There's absolutely nothing wrong with giving either side a chance, but realize the game was designed in a specific way.
Rules for we, not for me.
And even the devs themselves camp and tunnel. In my experience, I've never seen and never will see a...
Respectfully, Almo is not a beacon of anything that you should take as a standard for this game.
Okay, so with this, I know this was kind of a stretch. The only reason why I brought this up is because I've heard like everywhere people saying like, oh, developers camp a tunnel all the time. And I know there's instances, and this was a stretch. I will say that. I will give them this one because, yeah, this is pretty much all I could find, like physical proof of someone, a developer or whatever, saying something about tunneling and camping. So that's the only reason I brought it up, is because I needed more context, because I hear it all the time and I can't verify if it's 100% true except for this, and I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. Kind of cringe on my part.
At the height of Forever Freddy, he said it was not a problem.
Again, too, like I played this game for a while, but like it's been on and off. I've never like the thing is, people will be like, oh, have you played the PTB and have you done this? Like, if there isn't like a significant killer out, I don't read the patch notes. I don't care that much. Like, I love this game and it gave me a community, but I don't read the patch notes. I don't care about like certain perks for the most part, unless like they really affect me or any of that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I personally don't care. So all this information, I just don't know, because I'm not like consumed in this game as much as other people, which is fine. I'm not saying that as a dig. I'm just saying like that's my defense for this. It's kind of cringe on my part, but like I don't like, the only person that I truly watch or used to watch is like Spook and Jukes, Potato Legion, and like Otstarva, and that's it. That's as far as it goes. Like, really. I don't really watch anyone else, so, you know, that's just on my lack of knowledge.
We asked the homie for colorblind settings. He condescended and said it was not necessary.
Yeah, I do realize, though, I've heard also that the developers are kind of dumb as well, so I'll give them that.
We can appreciate that the homie's developer of the game we all enjoy. But in terms of, like, perspectives and opinions about the game, oh my gosh, homie has said some really off-the-wall, untrue, and out there things.
Again, that's kind of cringe on my part, but like I said, I've heard many developers, not just one. I just brought this up for context. Again, cringe on my part, so you got me there.
Especially the colorblind thing. Colorblind accessibility, getting all huffy puffy and mad and like condescending to people about wanting colorblind accessibility. Like,
I did not know
this. Yeah, that. I would not look to Almo for the standard of what the game is and should be like.
It's not fun already having rough games to try and win and get absolutely stomped to have people at the end of the game call you trash.
Oh god, see, this is gonna suck because I hate, like, he obviously has a lot of hours in this game, and this is not like my proudest game, and he already mentioned the thing about gen rushing, and like I was already like in burnout mode when I was in this game, so I really want to skip this part because like I'm not proud of this game. The whole point of this game was like I was like kind of proxy camping because they were in the area, and he decided to kill himself on Hook, this Nick Cage, and then like I threw the game, and then they call me trash. So I'm not excited to see what he says because this is not my best game. Like, I honestly, I don't know. We'll see.
Anything in general?
That my game. Let's go. But I almost auto aimed and didn't hit him, so that's great.
Cool on spirit. It's fun. Very, very fun. You just go zoom in, dude. And still tech him.
Nice.
Yeah, what did he change his name to? I did hear that, but I never found out what he changed it to.
Am I bugged?
Yeah, this sucked too.
Yeah, you are.
It like threw me off.
I hate the bug where
See, this is what happens when you tunnel.
And the opposite, yeah, where you don't interchase, so you never ever get bloodlust ever. Not that it's Huntress once. I'm like, brother, I'm 110, please help, help, help.
That's a coup. Yeah, my shit was bugged for a second. What the hell was that?
Bill Paul's out chase. You know how broken that would be? That'd be absurd.
Because of small climb and videos on live streams. Yeah, I love doing it. I might take a break. Like, I'm not stressing or anything. I get annoyed. I feel like more easier when I'm burned out, but like, I love streaming for you guys.
Oh,
if I'm
awesome.
like I always say, holy balls. Like I always say,
I feel like that happens a lot. It's just like that moment where you're like, wow, I have a lot of pressure, and then like 2 gens pop, you're just like,
yeah.
I'm not happy. I'm just not gonna do it.
Okay, it's not as cringe as I thought right now.
What? Okay. Thanks for the easy kill. I wasn't even camping.
uh-oh. Come in the chat. Homie, come in the chat. No, it's funny, they're 1 gen too.
No,
so
he
like,
did not.
Yeah, they got all the gen sense, so it's not like he was losing. Oh, you were losing.
What?
I skipped around because this is an awful game.
Hey, let's
Bro,
go.
this
Sorry, not trying to be against the streamer. I just
Claude.
flashbangs.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
She's in
I get
streamer
it.
mode.
I thought you were because, yeah, the Claudette was a little weird because I don't know. I don't know. I was just out of it. I had brain rot that night, so yeah. Please don't judge me on that.
Wait, where did she get?
Yeah, see,
Where did she get that?
see, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I thought like I did have brain rot, but like she got 2 flashbangs, so I'm assuming she had 2, so she picked one up, dropped one on the floor, like not physically dropped, but like dropped it so she could pick it up again. It was a little sussy.
Hold on, he might be onto something here. Hold on. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook. Hold on.
He's actually validating what I thought, and this bothered me. This still bothered me to this day because I don't like to call accusations, but like shit was weird.
What?
Yeah, because Claudette's the one who threw it.
Okay. There was a long time there. She could have hopped into a locker.
That's Claudette.
But, like, where's the loud noise notification?
She's in streamer mode.
Where was the loud noise notification for hopping in a locker to make a second one? Either way, homie might be cooking, actually. That would be right.
You guys heard it here first.
Yeah, when did she hop in the locker to get the second one?
That's what I'm talking
They
about.
used some old footage before.
And the reason why I was confused at first was because like I swear to God, I don't know, I have to look back at the game, but the gens both had like 0 progress, and then the Claudette like she's the one who got it done because the other person was hooked, and then I don't know, shit was weird.
To be able to stack. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jen. Because they've used some old footage before, so there was a
yeah. Then the gen pops. Bro, they're on my side, dude. This has been bothering me since, and maybe I shouldn't have cut up the video because I was doing really bad. But like, bro, that game was sussy. That game was sussy.
Two.
What's up, brother? No, I have not played that game.
LMAO. Easy 1v3. Tunneling trash.
Again, tunneling and camping is understandably
Those are in that
not
patch, that
super
makes
fun
sense.
to go up against, but that's like me saying, you suck and you're trash for trying to blind me. And
Also, that was recent. Like, that was like literally a couple days or even a week. So, yeah. They're like, they're validating me. But yeah, the one person said they don't phase enough is right.
Gen rush me. When a game is said and done with, try not to be a sore winner or sore loser. Right, that's all I really wanted to talk about with this one. I love doing these long essay type.
It's like we were talking about. It's like the end of the day, it's not a big of a deal, and I feel like
Hey,
so
what's
many
up,
people are just
Gungati?
way too wrapped up. Way too wrapped up in like the impact of what the game is actually doing to them.
Right.
You know, the community is not toxic. It can be toxic, but it's just more
disagree.
like in comparison to other communities, it's
With that comment.
way nicer. I've experienced a lot of toxicity in this community, obviously.
I wouldn't say toxic. Okay, so I wouldn't say toxic. So I kind of agree what they're saying, thinking about it, because toxic is thrown around. I'd say we're at least top of the entitled, maybe not toxic, but entitled communities. And I've been playing video games a long time.
People just need to take a step back and stop taking this game so seriously. Start taking it to heart. I feel like I get a lot of the vibes. Speaking of MMOs, I feel like I get a lot of the vibes that I get from like really hard addicted and unhealthily addicted MMO players than I do to a lot of the DBD community. It's like a lot of the stuff that's happening does not matter. It's not that deep. It doesn't affect your personal real life
Right,
at all.
it's a fucking video
but just
game.
because you're like kind of hopelessly addicted and grinding the game, that you would just take this stuff way too deep and way too seriously. And this counts as something I want to talk about too. Is that like this includes being a part of the community. It doesn't mean I hop on the game every day and play the game every day.
AKA Twitter, like I just mentioned.
Like, there are plenty of people that would say, you know, that I knew were addicted to the MMOs that I played back in the day, who would say, okay, I'm gonna cut back on playing. I'm gonna play less. I'm gonna like, you know, start
I mean,
cutting
like
down.
with anything, you know, like moderation is key. I feel like when you get too wrapped up in anything, it's not really healthy, you know.
Down on this addiction thing, and then they would be watching like build videos for PvP or watching their friends' Twitch streams for like raids of dungeons, and like it's like you're still there. Like just because you're not actively playing the game every single day, like you're still fully enveloped in this world,
Yeah,
which
DBD
is
Twitter is
basically the same
successful.
thing. I
I'm proud of that video
in
I
the
made on
Daylight
it.
community assume because like, oh well, I only just like watch Twitch streams every single day and I'm on DBD Twitter all the time. I'm good if I'm not playing the game nonstop. Not just
Right.
playing less, but like stop being so into it, so involved in the community. And I guarantee a lot of this shit would hit less hard and be less doom and gloom. Because like I've been there, not with Dead by Daylight, with other games, right? I've been there with other games, like asking like Sweator to change things because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this thing is like this, and because I was playing it like 8 hours a day every day. But that was unhealthy to me.
That's
was
how
my
it was with
motivation.
Overwatch.
All that stuff didn't really affect the general player base. It was just like me complaining too much.
Thank you so much
I
for
was just
popping in,
really tuned in.
Iserman. I
Now,
love you, brother.
That being said, MMOs are designed by nature to be addictive. So like that, there was a lot of people who felt the same way I did, but it still wasn't healthy. With this video, a lot of big world things and internet things in general, not just Dead by Daylight things. Yeah, this is ultimately constructive and meditative in a way that I think was at least at the very least entertaining and cool to get into.
I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. So final thoughts on this video. I really appreciate you reacting to it because first of all, I worked really hard in this video. Second of all, thank you for not tearing into me, especially with the second gameplay. He pretty much validated what I said and it honestly added a lot more context that I didn't bring up. Like the people who comment like those paragraphs, like that's the most annoying shit like you'll get is like the backseat gaming and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, so I do appreciate that. Yeah, great reaction. I'm honestly honored and I'm flattered every time I see a reaction.
Bruh.
It's so nice like seeing your comments about like how you agree, but it's also nice seeing like someone react to the video and actually like, you know, like agree with it, but also like talk about the points that are being made, you know, like going a little bit more in depth, because it's like, okay, with comments, I don't know truly how you DC'd because you couldn't get the map that you wanted. This is what I'm talking about. This is fucking awesome.